We're also going to go through this whole entire vehicle just from a maintenance perspective. A lot of things have been, for lack of better words, neglected. So I'm just going to show you what I usually go through, the kind of things I tend to check on, and then, you know, suggest to the owner to replace. So I wanted to take a moment while we're here in the rear. Some things I would check out, maintenance type of items. Right off the bat, you can tell this is an OEM from 2004 rear shock. I'm sure that thing is good as dead. Probably a little leakage there. You can tell these CV boots are all intact. There's no grease flung anywhere. The bump stop has seen better days. This thing could use a replacement if needed. Not super necessary. And the end links are usually notorious. I'm pretty sure this is the original one too. Oh yeah. Easy play there. Check out the battery. You can see there's corrosion there. I'm assuming the battery is good. The owner has not complained of any symptomatic battery issues. So I'm probably just gonna clean this, clean that terminal as well. Fluids, the power steering reservoir looks good to me. Again, the brake fluid's a little low here, you can see, just because the rear brake pads were low. So I bet that once we get it all replaced and push the brake cylinder on each side back in, this should fill back up again. The owner also mentioned that the air filter probably hasn't been serviced for a while, so probably just replace that. It's cheap. You can see some rat prints there. Got some coolant leak here. We might just tighten up this little cap thing. Sometimes this thing is known to come loose. Engine oil filter, she mentioned that it's definitely due. The maintenance light on the inside dash is on, so we'll just do that. A little more involved but not too difficult is this valve cover oil seepage. It goes all the way around. It's definitely due for valve cover gasket replacement. It actually leaks all the way down on this passenger side, and if you park it for a while, there's a little puddle down there. The owner opted not to do a valve cover gasket replacement, so I'm not going to even touch it. The cabin air filter is in here, so you just got to squeeze in both sides, here and here. Just leave it like that. There it is in here. Oh yeah, that's nasty. Alright, we're just gonna pop this oil drain bolt off and let it drain while we go do the spark plugs up top. For the spark plugs, we're just going to take these connectors off carefully, because in these older Toyotas, it's very easy to break. So you've got to remove these 4 10mm bolts. This one right here, this one here, and this one here, just so you can move this out of the way so you can access, I believe this is cylinder number 4 spark plug. So now that we have that off, we can wiggle this around. I don't feel like taking the whole box off, so I'm just gonna try to see if I could sneak in and get this guy out. So let's start off with the easiest one right here. There's a bunch of crud up top here. You can either clean it out or just be careful and don't have any sediments go down in there. Let's try 5/8. There it is. Oh yeah, way overdue. I don't know if you can really see that, but this thing is shot. It's all corroded up top. The electrode up there is all disintegrated. And here's what we're replacing it with. Denso iridium spark plugs. Here's the number if you're curious. So we are not gapping these. These should be correct. They say you're not supposed to gap iridium plugs. And I guess that's the gap right there already. 0.4 mils. So the owner can't recall when these plugs were last changed, so most of the time when that's the case, you're good to replace them. Alright, if you want to be exact, it's calling for 15 foot-pounds. And as for this coolant that's seeping here from the neck of the radiator, we're just going to clean it up as best we can. Get an Allen wrench that fits there and just tighten this cap up a little bit. Alright, this is a size 8 Allen wrench. You probably got a quarter turn there. Alright, we're going to thread the drain bolt in. Where is it? There it is. Onto the oil filter. Probably the messiest part of an oil change. Super dark oil. So I've got this Wix 57145 oil filter we're going to swap out. And because the filter is going up like this, I'm going to pre-fill it with some oil in here. Put some oil to lube the seal around here as well before you thread it up. Alright, hand tight. This car calls for 4.2 quarts, so I'm going to fill it up with 4 and then go from there. Right at the F. Alright, and that wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching, sticking to the end. That's pretty much it. This is what the owner wanted to be done. The rest of the stuff that I picked up on, we're gonna forego that for now. That shouldn't be a problem though. The leak, we're just gonna keep an eye on the leak on the valve cover there. Otherwise, this thing should drive and purr like a kitty. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.